Hello, this is Pennyboy13, and so let's begin. Okay, so to start this thing off, I'm going to tell you with a joke. Actually, it's not really a joke, it's something funny that happened to one of my friends. So it all began with this. One of my friends was going to try talking to this girl, and it was my twin's idea to have them talk together and stuff. So, because basically one of my really good friends, Luke, he is dating this one girl named Molly, and Nick is trying to talk to this one female, and so this female, we're trying to hook our friend up with Andre. We're trying to hook him up with this girl that's friends with them, so then they all can go on like triple dates and stuff, and things like that. So this is what we told him to do, and he actually listened and did it, which is the funniest thing. So she doesn't have his number. She's in Florida right now for nationals for volleyball. They end up, just a side note, they end up taking second in the silver division, which is still really good for nationals and all this stuff. At least I think it is. Anyways, so Andre texts her and says, "Hey, winky face," and then she responds with, "Who is this?" And a lot of you don't know, Andre is a twin also, and so he responds with, "I'm the sexy twin." And this was probably about at 12 o'clock in the morning. Right now it's 5:15, and so she still has not responded to him at all. It's actually quite funny, and it's kind of embarrassing because she hasn't responded to him at all. She responded within 2 minutes, like, "Hey, who's this?" And once he said, "I'm the sexy twin," she just stopped responding. I don't know. I talked to other people, and I don't know if they think it's funny or what. I think it was hilarious. I told him I had to use that line or something sometimes because I'm a twin too and stuff, and I don't even know. I thought it was funny. And anyways, here's my line. That's his line. Here's my really cheesy line. I go up to someone. I'm like, "Do you know how much a polar bear weighs?" And the female will be like, "How much?" I'm like, "Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Zach Penn." And there you go. Introductions, easy and done. She knows I'm Zach Penn. That starts off the conversation. She'll probably laugh and think, "Oh, this is such a cheesy line and stuff." I think it'll work perfectly fine. Honestly, that's just my own opinion and stuff. And it did work. I've never actually used this. If I ever had a girl, which I actually did for a little bit, I told her and she thought it was hilarious. But this is after I already got her. And just letting know, I have dated people before, just in case when you think, "Oh, Zach, he just talks stuff and doesn't date anybody." Actually, I have a few. Yeah, I have a few. But anyways, this is besides the whole point. I had to introduce that and begin it because Andre, that was just thought a funny story. I'm still cracking up from it. A lot of you probably won't think it's as funny as I did because it's not a personal friend, but it's hilarious. Time to move on. What we are talking about today is the ending of Mass Effect 3, the new ending. The new ending, of course, is a lot of the DLC, which just came out. It was free, and it was hoping to clear up a lot of the plot holes. Now, a lot of the plot holes were clear. If you didn't know, at the very end, when you're charging down the hill to get into the teleporter to get to the Citadel, you have two of your partners. Oh, this sucked right here. I still kill the guy, but I hate host migrations. But anyways, so while you're running down there, you get hit by a beam, by Harbinger, and you blank out, and next thing you know, you're alone with a pistol with some weird armor on, even if you never had that armor on before. Just, oh my gosh, hate this. But you have different armor on again and stuff. And so, your partners aren't there, it doesn't make any sense. The next thing you know, you go up to this teleporter, yada yada, all this stuff. You end up meeting there's some creator dude who created the Citadel, is actually part of the Reapers and all this stuff, and you end up just all this bullcrap that made no sense. And anyways, after that, they decided to come out to DC to fill those plot holes. Now it explained when you were charging down that hill and before you get hit by the beam, your partners get hit by the beam and they get injured. You call in your plane. You call in the Normandy, and when you call in the Normandy lands. And, oh, get noobed. When you call in the Normandy lands. My partners were Javik and Garrus, and so Javik and Garrus ended up getting on that plane and flying off. And when they end up flying off, they end up going to the I'll explain that in a little bit. I can't even say the word right now. But anyways, so basically that's how they leave. They get injured, and then they get taken away by the Normandy, which somehow their Harbinger does not shoot down. Which he shoots everything else down, but for that quick second, he just stares at everybody, which still doesn't make sense because you would think in that situation they'd shoot down the Normandy also. But that's a whole different plot hole or anything. After that, you end up charging down, getting hit by the beam. Marauder shield comes up and you kill him still and all this thing, all that good joy stuff, and all that amazing things. And then you get on the Citadel. You end up meeting. It's the same. The whole thing happens with the commander. Well, I want to say Johnson, but I don't think it's Johnson. I'm blanking on his name. And the elusive man, you end up killing the elusive man, or he dies, or whatever happens, however you do that and stuff. And then you end up going a little pinnacle thingy, or flying up, and then you meet the little boy. And the cool thing is, the little boy ends up explaining what happened. The Reapers obviously were man-made, and they explained that they were made. They weren't man-made, but they were made by their creations or whatever. Creations or whatever made them, and they were made them to look like what they were created to. They were synthetics. And just drinking some Coke. And so they explained they were made, and they were but they were made, and then he was made to make sure to try forming peace between synthetics and human life, or not human life, but I forgot the name, just living life, just life in general, and he never figured it out. So he decided to devise a new way, and that way was to kill all living life in every 50,000 years, which I guess he sees that's the only way fit, because every time they tried doing something else, it always failed. So I guess he found a new way. And obviously those creators they weren't happy about it, but it didn't really matter because they were powerful than the creators, and they ended up killing the creators, and they did this for how many years? They have also tried to, it said in the thing, tried for connecting life and synthetics, but every time they do it, it failed, and for some odd reason, when Commander Shepard's there, it can work. Now, what I chose is to destroy the Reapers, and sure, that kills ED and other things, but I felt like that's the best way, and that's the right way to do things. So I ended up destroying the Reapers, and when I destroyed them at the very end, it still had my Shepard breathing thing, just in case you didn't know. He ends up breathing under rocks and stuff, which they didn't even explain that plot hole. Now, another plot hole is great when that finishes. All the ships end up meeting in a rendezvous, and that's why the Normandy, I keep forgetting the name, the Normandy crashes, and everyone on the crew survives. Actually, they come out, explore the island, then basically, after they explore the planet, it shows like a little bit later, and the Normandy's fixed, and everything's good, and they just fly off. So basically, this is what happens. The Normandy leaves later because they were waiting for Commander Shepard, and they realized they couldn't wait for him anymore. They leave to meet up at the rendezvous. While they're leaving to meet up at the rendezvous, they get hit by the beam or the flame thing. It crashes, and when they crash, what they do is they crash on the island and repair the ship and leave. That's basically all I got from it, and which is completely pointless. And I think that was stupid. And they have like a little scene of showing Commander Shepard. They're putting a plaque on the Normandy and stuff because he's dead and stuff. And they explain, and they show like pictures of like each planet getting better and stuff, and having like children and things like Grunt and all them, like having children's and Rex and all them, and just shows things like that to make more cover up, like more everything. They just left one huge plot hole, and that's when Commander Shepard just does his little breathe thing. And that personally, to me, well, I was kind of ticked because I thought they'd cover that plot hole, and if you chose the right one, which is destroying the Reapers, which I think is the right one, and all this stuff, I think they should have the person come back to life, and they should show him getting saved, and then you get to have your love interest, all that good stuff. But that's obviously not true and stuff and things. So I don't even know. They just left another huge plot hole open, and of course they do that because it's Mass Effect. What do you expect? They're always going to leave a plot hole. And ever since they signed up with an EA, I've been very disappointed overall. The whole game, as a whole, I did enjoy, and it was good quality and stuff and everything, and I was happy about that. But the ending, I still wasn't too thrilled. I wish it was an indoctrination theory, but they said time and time again they liked their ending and all this stuff. I personally would like them to make a new Mass Effect, the first one of when the Reapers were made, and you get to see the Reapers are made, and you get to fight them, and then you ended up dying and stuff. I have this all in my head. Like, I'll explain this in another video if you want, because I have a really good idea how they can make some new Mass Effects, because they said the Mass Effect journey still isn't over or anything. So hopefully, I know they said you're done with Commander Shepard, but the future's going to go. So they're probably going to go in the future. I don't know where they'll go in the future. Even if they win the past. In the past, I think it would be easier just because they could show you creating the Reapers or whatever. But then since there's no human life in it, the connection wouldn't be the same or anything. So basically, that's my stuff on Mass Effect and things. And thank you for watching. I'm happy this is actually working. This is going to be my second video finally in 2 days or 3 or whatever. I'm pumped. This is Pennyboy13. Over and out.